let's talk about Dangerous Animals, the latest Australian horror film that has been compared to Wolf Creek. I can see the comparisons, but also it's a bad comparison. I took a chance on this movie. It was originally something that I was never going to see because, one, I don't do well with horror movies set in water. I'm a water baby. I like the water. I don't want to die. Okay, like, they don't make me afraid of the water. Like, that's my number one rule when it comes to horror films. So why did I see this? I had a few hours to kill before work, so it gave me a chance to go see Dangerous Animals, starring Jai Courtney as this shark experience tour guide who takes his shark experience to the extreme. It's so wrong to admit that I laughed for most of this film. And I shouldn't have, because people were being like eaten alive by sharks, and I was just sitting there going, "Yep, that's funny." Like, that's really bad to laugh at, but that's funny. So, just the whole movie is very interesting. It's set on the Gold Coast. And as someone who goes to the Gold Coast several times a year and has got a trip planned for July, let's just say my Gold Coast experience is going to change a little bit. I definitely won't be going near the beach. I definitely won't do my morning sunrise walk like I always do. And I'm going to actually be 100% more aware of the people in my surroundings because I don't want to get kidnapped and used as shark bait. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for ruining the Gold Coast. Also, like, the first scene that we introduced to Tucker, I was like, is that where SeaWorld is? Like, that near the spit and, like, the beach just off SeaWorld between, oh my God, what's the beach that's at Australia Fair. Between Australia Fair, Broadwaters and SeaWorld. That beach, that in between area, was that area? But then they put Snapper Rocks and they put, like, I want to say Mermaid Beach somewhere in there because I was like, oh, I know that strip. I know where that auto shop is. I think it's called something else differently entirely, but I know where that is. I've driven past that. So I was just like, I've pinpointed all the locations I've been in. That's the middle of Surfers. That's the strip that you drive in just before you get into Surfers. I know this. But no, Dangerous Animals is really intoxicating to watch. It is an interesting story. The reason a lot of people are comparing it to Wolf Creek is because Jai Courtney plays this Mick Taylor type character. He stalks his prey even though you don't see the stalking, and he kind of just takes his prey to the next level. He's surrounded on a boat. You can't escape when you're in the middle of the fucking water. You cannot escape on a boat. Okay, as someone who's been on boats, and I've gone fishing on a boat that's near exact to the one that's used in this, so I was like, ooh, glad I don't go fishing on boats anymore, because I want to die. Thanks, guys. Also, being told to jump off a boat near shark-infested waters is also scary when you're 12 years old. Just like a hot little tip to any parent who decides to do that to their kid. Thanks, Dad. So, I think this kind of like, having Jai Courtney play this character, he almost feels Russell Crowe-like, and I was like, oh, he's like the Russell Crowe of this generation, or at least the 30-40-something-year-old generation, where he's so alluring as this bad guy that you kind of want to root for him, but you also know you can't because you're going to die. You know that something's going to happen because he's the main reason this storyline's happening. He takes the tourists and makes them shark bait. He gives you his little shark facts and tries to make it a little fun little game, and you know, makes you have a fun little experience. You're learning facts about sharks while also dangling off the edge of a boat with sharks circling you. Yeah, it's a brilliant story. I loved it. There's too many laugh out loud moments, and seeing. I think what I liked about this is that, yes, Australian horror is brilliant, and using a shark and a boat and using a tour guide experience that is notoriously known for safety measures that they have to put in place, using elements that you just know that realistically a lot of this wouldn't happen. But I'm pretty sure I've gone past that boatyard on my way to SeaWorld, and I know that boatyard looks really unsafe. Even I wouldn't walk into that boatyard, but in saying that, it's probably the safest one in the strip. But sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Those locations, I'm sorry, as a Gold Coast native. But I recommend people to go see Dangerous Animals. It's not as gory. There is a few jump scares, but it's definitely not as gory. There is one scene though, out of the whole movie, even though people are getting eaten by sharks alive, out of the whole movie, I was not squeamish with that. But this chick was breaking her thumb and like biting her thumb off, and that's when I was like, nope, I need to walk out. I need a refund, because now this is just too much. Like, I can handle being eaten alive by sharks, but you rip your thumb off, I'm good, I'm done, I'm out. But I'm sorry, I should stop laughing. This is so good movie. You have to see Dangerous Animals. I want to talk to somebody about this movie. You need to see it. You need to add this to your Australian horror. You need to realize that if you ever come to Australia, specifically Gold Coast, be a lot more mindful of tourist entrapments. That's the wrong word. Tourist excursions? Yes. And definitely do your research and make sure you have a will in place when you come to Australia, because you never know what's going to happen if you don't.